Good morning, Rian Kutsia, Fortis Pro Active Defense Solutions. Today I'm talking to Brett Clarke, owner of WarriorSports Academy in Brett, you're in Hennep's Park in Centurion, right?
Park, Centurion, yes.
Good morning and welcome.
Rian, how are you doing? Thanks for having me.
I'm good. I'm so chuffed that you made time to talk to me today. Thank you for that. I've been looking forward to this. Yeah, Brett, tell us a little bit about WarriorSports. I know I've been there. I mean, it's a big setup. You've got a very nice setup there. And I know there's a bunch of different things happening all at once. Can you maybe give us an idea of what you guys offer, what you do, when you do it, etc.?
Yeah, so look, we've been running a long time. I think it started with my dad. He was always involved with martial arts. He started when he was young. So he was my first karate instructor as a kid. And then we started doing some kickboxing and that. And then we eventually started WarriorSports back in 2001. And yeah, like I say, over the years, it's grown into one of the biggest martial arts schools in South Africa. We offer various martial arts. We've got, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, BJJ, MMA. And then for the self-defense side, we offer Krav Maga as well. And then we sort of incorporated functional fitness, the gym, into WarriorSports as well. So we sort of offer martial arts and fitness side of the training as well.
And you've got classes running pretty much throughout the day, every day.
Yeah, so look, the mornings, we got some early morning, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. classes, and then the rest of the day, there's sort of personal training going on during the day. And then from sort of 4:30, then the afternoon classes start. That's sort of our peak times of those 4:30, 5:30 class time slots. But yeah, we've got between sort of early morning classes and private lessons throughout the day. Yeah, so no, busy. But yeah, I think what's nice is, we've incorporated your sort of martial arts training and fitness, built it into, more community and family orientated training. So it's not just, guys coming to learn to fight, it's very family orientated. So we've got classes that run at the same time for kids from 4 years of age up to adults. We've got guys in their 60s training here as well. So, which is nice. The guys can train at the same time. Parents can come in while their kids are doing classes. They can also train on the side on another class as well. So, it just creates that nice community and family atmosphere here as well.
Yeah, I've seen on your social media that I've seen photos of kids busy training with their gloves on and busy punching and everything. I mean, stuff like that always impresses the daylights out of me, because I believe that it's good for a kid to get involved in this kind of environment from a young age. Purely because it's not necessarily something that you plan or ever want to use, but it's better to have those skills than not. Because bullying at school is very real and very serious. These things happen.
Yeah, look, I mean, obviously kids learning how to defend themselves with bullying and that sort of thing at school is, a big part of why some of the parents bring the kids to start training initially. But it's not just that. I mean, as you know, martial arts, improve so many areas of the kids. Kids learn to be more focused. The parents immediately after the guys have been training for a while, that their school work improves, and just their basic discipline and everything gets better through martial arts. So it's not necessarily just the self-defense and fighting. Those are just the main core of why they bring them initially, is because they want them to learn some self-defense or anti-bullying and that. But it develops their character as well so much, which is very good. You see that a lot of the kids that do come in, We've had, yeah, a few where the parents bring them in because the boy is getting bullied at school all the time. And then in a couple of months, mom says, no, I must talk to him now because now he goes and defends himself against anyone and everyone. This is not why you're learning it. But no, it's very good for the kids,
True.
boys.
Yeah.
It's very important for the guys to learn how to defend themselves properly.
Yeah, I think with the skill set improvement, there inevitably comes a balance or a more balanced outlook in that you also learn more about self-control instead of just flying off the handle every time somebody looks at you funny, because that's not where you want to go. That's not what you want people training for at the end of the day.
No, it's like, the guys are learning an aggressive sort of sport in a controlled environment. So they learn to control their emotions and their anger. They're sparring with other people in the class and they might get hit or kicked, and they've got to be able to control their emotions and stay in there, not, like I say, fly off the handle and get angry. And I mean, it happens with the kids. You see the kids will get a punch on the nose and they'll get upset, but then they get spoken to, get brought back in, and they get back on the floor and carry on. So, it teaches them to work through those emotions. And I think that's a big thing that a lot of, men and people don't have, is that that character and control. And that's why, again, in life, something happens and guys don't know how to deal with those emotions, and they snap and, react badly instead of learning how to control those emotions, which, is taught from kids.
Yeah, and inevitably it ends badly. I want to actually just on that point, Brett, I'm just sitting here thinking of something. You so often hear people talking around a braai or wherever, just, I mean, you would have heard this before. I'll pluck some, come what may. Then it was so often it's somebody who's never even been in any sort of a scuffle at school behind the bicycle shed. And so on. And then inevitably because the reality for me, this is something that my dad taught myself and Dion from a young age. Don't go out looking for, crap, because there is always someone out there who's better than you, faster than you, fitter than you, stronger than you, better trained than you, and probably more sort of used to violence than you are. So if you look for it long enough, you're going to find it.
Yeah, you're going to find it.
But inevitably, everything falls apart the first time you take a punch. So I want to talk about that. Your approach to that when you teach people martial arts with defensive skills with Krav, or you're in the ring where because I know you're very involved with I think it's the MMA guys and the Thai what's it Thai boxing guys,
Muay
the
Thai,
training and stuff. Muay Thai guys. What is your approach to that one when you start that journey? How do you teach people, or to get them to a point where everything that I've taught you doesn't fall apart the first time somebody whacks you?
Look, it's time and it's experience. It's putting yourself into those situations and experiencing it. I think a lot of, like you're saying, the guys might have been in a school fight back in grade 2 or something, and he still thinks he can throw down, until they come here and they train against people who have actually been trained to do it. Because we see it all the time. The guys come in here with their arms like this and they think they can fight. And we've had it. The guys come in, they say, I want to compete. And you say, no problem, but you got to do some basics first. You got to get into the basics class, learn the basics, start doing some sparring, then go up to, competing. No, I want to fight. And you say, okay, come to sparring on Saturday. And like you say, they get onto the floor and they get hit in the face for the first time. And it's a shock to the system.
It's a big shock.
So, look, it takes time. That's why, the guys come in, they learn basics, how to kick, punch, do all of the basic training. And then it starts with basic partner work, learning to parry and block and cover and do all of that. And then we slowly start going into sparring. And it's and it takes a bit of time for the guys to get used to taking punches and seeing punches coming and reacting to it. Because, in the beginning, it's a natural reflex. You see the guys will take a jab to the face and they push away from their hands and take their head away instead of tucking in and blocking and parrying and staying in the fight. But as they do it more, obviously they start, developing the reactions and the timing and used to seeing the punches coming and not getting away from it, but getting in behind the hands and blocking. And so it's just time and training. The guys need that time and training to work through those things.
As the experience starts kicking in. Because the first time I ever took a shot in this area, somebody actually stole a punch from he was semi behind me like this, and he got me on this ear, and this bone that runs here behind the ear,
Yeah.
so it connected. After that, my main focus was on not crying. That was my main focus. I completely lost interest in everything else. It was just me and my ear and this piece of bone in my skull, and not trying to cry. That was the first time somebody whacked me like that, and I've never forgotten it. Never. It sucked so bad. That's why I often listen to guys talking like this, and then I think to myself, broer,
but
I don't think you know quite how much the fist hurts anywhere in this area.
So it's normally the guys that haven't experienced it that are talking like that. It's like what we see is the more the guys are here and the more experience they get and the more training they do, the less likely they are to go around looking for nonsense and wanting to pick fights, and because they know they've experienced it and they don't want to get involved in those things. It's normally the guys, like you said, that haven't got that experience that talk big and they just talk rubbish.
No,
and
I'm absolutely
they experience it and it goes out the window.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm in their camp now, big time. You learn, and also, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. The last thing I want to do is end up in nonsense like that. I'd rather have a coffee. Thank you very much. Brett, I saw on your social media, look, I see regular that you've got some of your guys going up to what looks like world championships and so on for the Muay Thai and the guys fighting in the ring. Tell us more about that, because you are obviously, didn't you get like national colors as a trainer because I know you went with the other day. Where were you guys? China, Japan?
We went to the World Games now a few months ago, 2 months ago, a month or two ago.
Yes.
It was the World Games that was hosted in Chengdu, China.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's a very select event, so it's not just open to everybody to go and compete. They only choose the sort of top 8 athletes in each division to go and compete there. So Damian Collins, he's been going over to the World Championships and he took a silver there previously. So he was selected as one of the 8 to go and compete there at the World Games this year. And like I say, it's an honor just being selected to go there. It's not just the open event that you can go to.
Yes.
And he was selected, and we had a good couple of months prep to go over. It was amazing experience. The SASCOC ended up sponsoring the whole thing and taking us over with the rest of the team. There's a whole bunch of different sports. So from South Africa, they had rowing, they had weightlifting, they had a couple of different South Africans that took part there.
Okay. So it wasn't just the martial arts side.
No, yeah, no, it's a massive event. They've got, I
Okay.
think there was something like 33 different sports that take part
Oh,
there.
wow.
So it's a massive event. Um, but yeah, the organizing and the whole event was just next level. Like, so Sascock did booked our flights and accommodation and everything to go over. So it was well organized by them. It was actually a pleasure working with them. And it was nice being there with the whole team because they had physios, they had a doctor, they had everything there with us as well. So while we
Yes.
trained, they had all of that support, which is nice. Because normally, like for the normal world championships, you got to pay your own way for everything to get there. And
Yes. Yes.
so this was run through Sascock, so I was fully supported. And yeah, once we arrived there, it was I don't know what their budget was on that event because it was just crazy. That whole airport was just branded World Games. They
Wow.
had a bunch of hotels for the people that were staying there. And I mean, for the opening ceremony, they had about 3 massive warehouses parked full of buses, one after the next. And each bus was fully wrapped and branded for the World Games.
Jeez.
So yeah, it was a whole thing to get all the athletes there. And then they had the march on. I think they had something like 1,200 performers doing the opening ceremony for the event with massive fireworks shows and things. So yeah, just the organizing and the actual event was just next level. It was amazing. And yeah, no, the events went well. He won his first round, got through to the semi-finals, and then he lost against China there. So he ended up getting 4th place overall at the World Games.
Okay.
So, yeah, did well. It was good.
Which is still good.
Mm. Yeah, as I say, it's not just an open event. It's, the top 8 in the world that get selected to go there, and he took 4th place. So did well.
But I see his name pop up on your stuff quite often, Damien Collins. So he's obviously one of the top current guys in his he's a Muay Thai fighter.
Muay Thai, yeah.
Yes. So he's doing well.
Yeah,
But
no,
that
he's
means
done
that
very well.
we've got guys right here who are able to compete at that level and keep up with it. That says quite a bit. Says quite a bit about the people training there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, look, I think the whole international game is, it's also experience. It's a different level, once you get there. I think, I learned that as well, like competing locally. I won nationals a couple of times before I went over to the Worlds. And my first 3 world championships, I got my butt kicked. It's just, I mean, the thing is, those guys are competing at that international level all the time. They go from different events,
Okay.
different international events, and they're competing at, like under IFMA, there's the World Games, they've got the University Cup Games, they've got a bunch of different international events that they do throughout the year. And I mean, if you look at like the Russian teams, those guys, they have massive team and they get paid to be part of those teams, and it's fully sponsored. And
Oh.
whereas here, you're lucky if you get there, if you can afford to get there. So it's an experience game. Like I said, you got to get that international experience. So say my first 3 world champs, I got my butt kicked, and then going there regularly and picking up the experience, I then started winning, and I won 4 years in a row. But I first got my butt kicked a couple of times. So yeah, I think the same with Damien. Also, he's been there now a few times and he's picked up the experience. So it's doing well.
What is your personal journey with martial arts? Because as I understand, you've been involved in more than one martial art in your time.
Yeah, so like I said, I started with karate as a kid with my dad. I competed a little bit here and there, but I got a bit bored with the karate, with the sort of points fighting and katas and that. I wanted a bit more sort of contact. So yeah, then we started doing kickboxing. Yeah, I was trained and graded up to my 5th dan in kickboxing. And then we started getting involved with Muay Thai as well. We trained in Muay Thai, started competing in Muay Thai, also went over to the World Championships for Muay Thai as well. Yeah, and then we incorporated Muay Thai here as well. So also became a crew and instructor for Muay Thai.
Okay.
I've also now been taken over as the president for the South African Muay Thai Federation in South Africa now.
Oh, well,
And
congratulations.
thank you. So yeah, and Muay Thai with the South African Muay Thai Federation, we fall in under IFMA, which is the IOC body for Muay Thai. So
Okay.
yeah, they're pushing to try and get Muay Thai into the Olympics. I know they were there as a demonstration sport now at the last Olympics. And yeah, like I said, they were now part of the World Games as well now this last year. So no, it's growing. Things are going well. And
And you
then,
still train all the time yourself?
yeah, still train every morning. Yeah, no, I competed for many years, competed multiple South African champ with kickboxing, with Muay Thai.
Okay.
Started going to world champs. I won world champs 4 times for both kickboxing and Muay Thai. Yeah, and then just been focusing, been doing well. Started training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu while we offer it here. I just started training with the guys. I've graded a few belts with that. And then when we think, what was it, 2007, we started looking for more sort of self-defense. That's where I got involved with the Krav Maga as well. So I went over to train with the guys and got certified for the Krav Maga instructors. So we've been doing that for a number of years as well. So, on the self-defense side, we offer the Krav. We got, I don't present the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu classes. I just train with them sometimes. But yeah, my main focus is more the sort of stand-up.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Mm.
Brett, where can people get hold of you? What would be the easiest way? And over and above walking in and saying hello.
So if you check on our website, it's WarriorSports.co.za. It's got all the classes we offer and the information is on there. So normally the guys can just book a free trial class. There's booking links for the various classes there. You can come and try out a class and see, and then if they enjoy it, they can do the sign up. So yeah, we got the general sort of group classes, and then we got personal training as well. And then, I sort of started the online transformation coaching program as well with that Fit Fight Fusion that I do as well. So yeah, I think that's where that I sort of incorporate, your strength training, your mindset, your nutrition coaching, and then we mix in a bit of boxing and Muay Thai so that the guys are getting, instead of just doing boring cardio, running on a treadmill for an hour, they, learning a skill while getting fit. So they learn some boxing, learning some Muay Thai, instead of just running on a treadmill. But yeah, so the online coaching thing's starting to do well. They're getting quite a few guys through, and guys are getting good results through those transformation programs. So yeah, no, I've pulled a couple of guys through there now. I think it was the last guy, Hein. He's on 10 weeks now. He's already lost about 11 kilograms on the program.
In 10 weeks. Wow.
10 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
On 12 weeks, I think Andrew lost about 14 kilograms.
Wow.
So I think, yeah, the main thing, like what I've noticed with the guys is, the guys all think you're going to need to go and do hours and hours of cardio and you need to starve yourself to actually get any results. Where, the problem with that is the guys will do it for a short period of time and then fall off the wagon because it's boring, or they tired of starving themselves and not eating the foods that they enjoy and things. So I think that's where this program is doing well, is, we're still letting the guys enjoy or have the food that they enjoy. It's not boring workouts. And, then it's something that they can stick to and over a longer period of time. So yeah, the guys have been doing well with that as well.
Establishing habits. Because that's what it boils down to at the end of the day.
Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of the, your diets and things that the guys go on is too restrictive, and then the guys can only do it for a short period of time, and then as soon as they go off of it, they end up putting on even more weight than what they started with and just falling off the wagon again. So, it's something that you want to be able to have, like you say, sustainable habits, flexible dieting, that you can still enjoy some of the foods that you enjoy, that you like to eat, so that you can stick to it. Because, otherwise it's a yo-yo up and down all the time.
Exactly. Brett, I think that's it from me, unless you still have something to add. The only thing I still want to say is, if that Viking behind you, if you get there one morning and it's gone, don't ask me about it, because I'm just putting it out there. That's a very cool Viking. All right, so for the viewers and the listeners, because we'll also be putting this on the podcast called Quick Shots on Spotify. You know the story by now. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, smash that bell icon so you can get notifications of all our new videos coming out. If you want to establish contact with Brett, I will also be displaying the WarriorSport website on the screen for the duration, so that it's right there in your face. Give them a shout out. I don't think you'll ever be sorry. There's a lot of skill there, and they love teaching people, and they're very good at it, definitely. If you are interested in anything to do with a loan operator, all the training courses that we offer under loan operator, there will be a link in the description below. Check it out. Make sure you know what's going on, and we hope to see you on a range one of these days. Brett, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. All right.
Thanks for having me.
Chat soon. See you.
Bye.